I would like to thank T Maxie for sending me this story. And I think I actually came across this on somebody else's channel, but I didn't really get a chance to pay attention to it. So this is my opportunity now to speak on it. On the right is a picture of a young girl by the name of Chanese Knox, and on the left is her mother. And she attends a school in called Greendale High School in Wisconsin. And there she was basically racially profiled. She was called the N word repeatedly at her school. So naturally, she goes and she reports that someone has been using a racial slur against her. But instead of the school taking actions against the person or the persons who called her those slurs, they took action against her and ended up suspending her because she had the nerve to say, hey, these people are calling me this word and it's very disrespectful and it's very racist. But this is Wisconsin we're talking about here. That's a very high, I would say, white populated state. And if they were calling her this in school, then that lets me know that her school is probably majority white. Now, if y'all remember, I just did a video talking about Remy Ma and how she did not have a problem with, or she didn't find it offensive about people saying the N word who were not black, and how she didn't feel like, it was offensive to her and whatnot. That is exactly why people who are not black who use that word against people like her. That's why I did not. That's why I was not feeling what Remy Ma was saying, because everyone's going to take it differently. And the way that they were using it against her, they most likely used the ER version of the word. And now this girl is suspended for merely standing up for herself, uh, because people use this word against her. They need to do a thorough investigation of who's running that goddamn school. But let's be real here, they're not going to do that. And this is also why myself and many others were saying that a lot of black parents have to get into wanting to homeschool their kids, because not only will they get the proper education that they deserve from outside of the public school system of today, to be honest, but they will not have to deal with most likely the bigotry and racism of their white peers. And with the way stuff is set up right now, you never know when one of them might want to pop off and, go shoot up a school. So you're trying to keep them safe, you're trying to keep them properly educated, and what more could you ask for? But a lot of black parents don't know the proper protocol or how to go about doing the whole homeschooling thing. That's why I say maybe see if you can find out and hook up with some people who can do like a group homeschool type of deal, type of thing, and do it that way if you as a parent cannot do it and you work. Some people do this full time. I did a whole video talking about how the rate of black people in America doing homeschool has really been on the rise, and it still continue to go up, and I'm very glad that that's happening. But I also said watch out for those loopholes as well. I sure do hope though that her mother is going to sue that school, or at least the district, because they didn't handle this the way they were supposed to. They make it what they were trying to do was trying to make this girl seem like she was a troublemaker. This is exactly why I said that not everybody deserves to say that damn word. Because when you do that, then they'll try to say, well, so and so says, so why can't I say it? Even though they already do that right now. Because what they want to do is they wish that that word could not be a racial slur and that they could just say it as freely as possible without there being any type of repercussion. And I want to know, what kind of friends does this girl have? Does she have a lot of black friends, or does she have a lot of white friends, or is there a mix or something to that effect? I'm not entirely sure. Were these her so-called friends that said this to her, or were these other peers that didn't like her? I'm almost want to lean more toward the latter. And I bet you if they confronted the people that said it, they'll probably say, oh, I was just joking. We were just playing. I didn't mean anything by it. If she feels some type of way, I apologize. And which she should not accept that apology, because that apology would not be genuine. But like I said, the fact that they suspended her because she felt that, and she had every right to be, that she was being racial, someone was being racist toward her, that speaks volumes to how poorly that school is operating towards its black students. But it doesn't surprise me at all because it's Wisconsin. It's not like she was in Baltimore or PG County or something like that. She's in Wisconsin. But I hope everything does, work out for, her, for her. But like I said, the person who called her the word is to blame, but more importantly, the school is to blame because they didn't handle that correctly. That's almost like when they say a black person kills himself and the way that they did it is by hanging themselves and they committed suicide. I'm like, what black person is going to kill themselves in that way? They would have needed help to put themselves up on a noose and hang it from a tree in order for them to do that. And I can't believe they actually think that the general public would actually fall for such bullshit, but that's how mainstream media rolls. But they're kind of doing the same thing here because they want this to go away. And I won't be surprised if she has had multiple encounters where she's tried to tell the people at the school this before, but they kept ignoring it, and they probably was like, you know what, I'm tired of hearing from you. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna suspend you. That way you don't have to be around the students. It's so many possible excuses that they could pull out of their ass in order to not have to deal with her situation. But y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The link will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.